Hello? Charlie? Hello? Are you a little bunny rabbit? Shall we go for a walk? Shall we go backwards? Woo! There he is! Shall we go for a walk? Shall we go for a walk? Boy of so many words. Shall we go for a walk? Yeah. Let's put your shoes and socks on then, Charlie Bear. You might want a jacket, mate, just in case it rains. So, excuse my, sorry. Oh dear. Oh, I need to repaint those. Look. Oh, dearie me. Excuse the ironing board in the background, but you know what that means. Yes, I have been doing some ironing. I know, crazy, right? But I have tried to stick to the doing my ironing once a week thing, so I don't get a massive ironing pile full. It's going well so far. Anyway, I've just sat and edited a vlog. It has taken another week for me to sort out a vlog, but finally got one edited for you. And it is currently the half term. What month are we in? May. May half term. And we are going to risk it for a biscuit and go for a walk down the road. Now, it does look like it might rain, but we're not going to let that stop us. No, no, no. We're still going to go. No, we're not. We're still going to go. Yes, so we're going to head for a walk. And actually, now that I have found Olivia's old disabled key, we're actually going to take you on the golf course walk to get ahead into the village, down the Viking Way, but through the golf course. And remember, a few vlogs ago, me and Charlie got to that gate and it was locked, and they've locked it with a disabled key. So we couldn't get through. So I am going to take the key this time, and that's the way we're going to go into the village. So, shoes and socks on for Charlie, jackets for the kids. Evie's got a jumper on.
Hello.
And let's go for a wander. Right, so here we are, back at the gate that me and Charlie couldn't get through before. And Evie, you are holding the key.
Am I?
Show him the key. She's got the key. I'm not going to sing, but you know what I was thinking. Anyway, let's get through this gate and go on this golf course walk. What do you want?
Can you unlock it again?
Unlock what?
The gate.
No, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Can't get through.
You can't get through. You do know that to go through this gate you have to give someone a kiss. It's a kissing gate. Oh, I'll give you a kiss, Harry. Now you can come through. Right.
You're through.
You're through, boy. Let's get walking. Yes.
Do you want the block?
Come on then.
I'm only halfway through. I need another one.
What we'll do, we'll get Charlie out for a walk probably once we've got across this first golf course, because you have to pass over a few of the golf courses. Well, you have to check and make sure that no one's about to hit their ball, or whatever the technical term for hitting a golf ball is. I don't know. Teeing off. I know, because that's the start, isn't it? I don't know. Don't judge me. I may live in Woodall Spa, where the golf is like the home of England golf or something, but that does not mean I know golf, because I don't. Quite frankly, I don't understand. Hitting a ball, walking after it, hit it a bit further, walk after it, hit it a bit further, walk after it, and it continues. Not my sport. Anyway, off we go. So, as I say, you do get signs that say which direction to look, to check. But you do have to just check and make sure that it's safe for you to walk across. So we've checked and we're good. Woodall, part of Woodall Spa Golf
Look,
Course.
his ball went in the bunker.
Did it?
Yeah, he failed.
Hello. So now we're coming up to this part and we have to look right, which will be these gentlemen over here. So we have to wait and make sure till they've finished. So Harry wants to watch this gentleman hit his ball.
Yeah, I could never do that.
Is that a good swing, Harry?
I don't know, went.
You don't know where he went. So as you can see already, this is quite a beautiful alternative to walking down the main road into Woodall. It's much more of a, I don't know, I find it a bit more of a relaxed stroll walking down here and not through along the main road. So we are coming up to another part of the course in a minute that we have to cross over, and then I think we have a bit of a walk actually before we have to cross over anymore. So
Charlie, are we getting out?
yes, Charlie. Evie is desperate to get Charlie out for a walk, aren't you? Look how long your hair is. Your hair looks well long. Very pretty.
Your hair is getting there.
Oh, parents' evening update.
Yeah.
Shall I tell them?
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking. Brilliant parents.
Harry, get back then.
Brilliant parents' evening. Harry, we'll get back a bit. Brilliant parents' evening for Evie. Not one negative thing.
Chips.
Who got fish and chips?
For after.
Yeah, she got fish and chips. Well, we all did, but as a well done. But yes, not one negative thing. All very good.
She was surprised because my maths was so hard to get maths.
So basically, Harry, as you all know, ow, I've got a fly in the eye. Yes, as you all know, Harry has always been the mathematician. He's
I found a golf ball.
it's just a big stone.
Oh.
Look.
Shall I take his coat off, man? Do you think he's getting a bit warm?
No, not yet. Because he's only got that on, he hasn't got a vest or anything on. Evie has always been a little bit more like me when it comes to maths, and through primary school was never very good at maths, and year 7 maths just weren't her strongest point. So, and at home, to be fair, she always makes out like she can't do it. Anyway, we go into her maths teacher, the lovely Mr. Pocklington, and we sit down, and he looked at me and he said, Evie is a brilliant mathematician. And I couldn't help myself. I kind of looked at him, a bit confused, looked at Evie and said, are we on about the right child? And he laughed. He said, yes. He said, she is a really good mathematician. He said, lots of praising things about her maths, and continued to tell me that if she carries on the way she is, she won't have a problem. I've got another fly in my eye.
Wait, I want to look for a golf ball.
Oh, you're going to have to get it.
Where?
Oh, another fly in my eye. That's 2. Anyway.
Daddy.
My mouth's open that much, you'd think they were flying in my mouth, but apparently they're not. And yeah, and he said that she will be well on her way to passing GCSE maths with probably a grade B. So I know they don't grade them like that anymore, but he basically said the equivalent for me, because how they grade and score things now, instead of like A to E or F or whatever, they do numbers now. So basically a grade B, which is brilliant. I was very impressed. So yes, all good for her her parents' evening.
I've got to walk like this all the time. Because he's trying to pick up things.
So when we met the PE teachers, and they asked her if she was looking to take GCSE PE. They did say that ideally she needs to be joining a club out of school, as well as
Which I might be.
the Monday to Thursday that she does in school at the moment. So she's on the cricket team, she's on the netball team, she's on the football team, rounders team, hockey team. Yes, so she's on all those teams. Athletics team. But she needs to join another one out of school, ideally, for GCSE.
Which I might be.
Which she might be, but we're not going to tell you about that yet.
No.
Because I'm going to give them a ring tomorrow and see what they say. I'm not telling you yet. Don't you look at me like that. I'm not telling you yet. Anyway, let's... I thought you were walking. I thought you were walking. Are you not walking now? Oh! He seems to have a bit of a cough back again.
Harry.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I absolutely love the colour of these, the purple of these. They're so beautiful. Look at those ones over there. Beautiful. Bit more of the golf course. It's huge, really. You don't realise just how big it is. And they've got another one, haven't they? Hodgkin, is it? Oh, I don't know. They've got a couple of golf courses, haven't they? I think. Oh, more than two. But yeah, I absolutely love these. They're so pretty. Evie, look at that for a climbing tree.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
I've got the hiccups.
It's a good one.
Good one. Look, them purple bushes go all the way back.
I know. They're everywhere. I love them.
What are they called?
I have no idea. I do know.
Google lens it.
I do know because I remember asking last year on a vlog when we were walking near the kinema, and I remember saying I weren't sure what they were, and I was told.
I got it.
But what are they? Rhododendrons. Of course they are. Love them. Beautiful.
That's a good climbing
And
tree.
they
If you
just
got-
grow.
If you could get up there, that would be a good
Yeah,
climbing
look
tree.
at that for a climbing tree. Woo. It's a good one.
I love climbing trees.
You're just not very good at it, are you? It's kind of like seeing... I'm trying to think of an animal.
I'm not an animal.
It's like trying to... It's like watching a tortoise climb a tree. I'm only joking. She can climb trees, really. And she's got the hiccups.
Oh, is that her? Yeah, that's it. Remember when you was in labour with Charlie? Well, not in labour, a few days before. And we was doing the sport cone to try and get you in labour because you was a bit over your due date.
Down the main road?
No, down here.
I didn't walk down
We
here.
did, because then we went onto the main road from here. Because we was doing the golf course and we were going to go down there, but we stopped because you kept getting bad contractions.
Oh, yeah, because we didn't think it was a good idea that if
Yeah.
I went into labour
To be on the
that
golf
we'd be
course.
on the golf course.
Yeah, so we came down here. And
Oh, we cut across there, didn't we? I remember, Evie, I remember.
that was the last time we walked it before Charlie was born.
It was. Oh, she got a good memory.
I can't remember what area.
So we are actually nearly into the village now, and you don't realise that you've walked it, if that makes sense, that you've walked nearly 2 miles already. Like I say, because it's so picturesque walking through the golf course way and not down that straight main road where everything looks the same. But yeah, we are nearly into the village, so we'll see you in a second. So we are now on the main grounds of Woodall Spa Golf Course, and for anyone interested in getting married somewhere a bit different. We're going to walk past a couple of Woodall's options for weddings. This one right here is one of them. This is, what's this one? The Manor House, isn't it?
Yeah.
This one is the Manor House, which is, as I just said, it's actually situated on the golf course itself. But you can hire the whole thing out for private function, you know, stay, have your guests stay over, all that sort of thing. It is very nice. I'm just going to hold you up over the, fence because I can't actually see, but there it is. So you can actually hire that whole thing out for your weddings. It is quite popular actually. Could not tell you how expensive it is. I just know that it's quite popular for weddings in Woodall. So let's go a little bit further and I'll show you another option. So Harry isn't happy about something. I'm going to turn you around and he can tell you what he's not very happy about.
I can lift this up.
Harry, what aren't you happy about?
Oxygen.
Huh?
Paper.
Oxygen. Have they killed the trees?
Yeah. We're going to die now.
Harry! Maybe they needed to come down. I don't know for what reason, but
So if you go over there now, you might die. There's no oxygen over there.
I think we're quite safe, Harry, but you're still not very happy about them cutting down the trees, are you?
Look, I bet I could lift that one up.
I don't think so.
No, you're a bit weak, aren't you?
He's such a sensitive boy.
Oh, look. Can I touch it?
It's sap.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, it'll be sticky though.
What about that, Harry? Are you happy about that? What?
Litter. Litter, that's it. Get Chris Reardon here with his litter picker. Oh, look at that for a walking stick, Harry. That's like a wizard's stick. That sounded wrong. That's like a wizard's walking stick.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're floating.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, big ones, aren't they?
Look, do you reckon I could throw it up there?
No, and I want you to be careful, please.
Why, you think they were going to fall down?
Well, I don't know. It's a very large stick.
What do you know if you get up there?
Yep, I think that's the end of that experiment. I do not want to be going to A&E on the first Monday of half term. Thank you very much.
There as well.
And now another wedding venue for Woodall is the Dower House.
It's over this one, but this is that.
But this part here is where you can stay. Guests and things can stay in there. Now I know the Dower House itself has got a bridal suite because myself and Gary actually paid for Tracy and Ben's wedding night there when they got married. So yeah, that bit back there is for guests and things like that, and I think the bride can stay there the night before. But then the actual bridal suite, I believe, is in this part here. So this is the Dower House. It's the drive.
That's the out.
I'm hoping we can see it a little bit better, but it is very, very pretty in there. And they have got one of those sort of stone pergola things at the back. You can actually get married there. You don't just have to have your reception, you can actually get married there as well.
Yeah, you could have seen that one.
And yeah, that's very, very pretty. I've seen a few weddings take place there. Oh, I can't steer with one hand. But yeah, it is very nice. So that's a couple of options for you if you want to get married here. There's also the Petwood.
Watch this.
The Golf Hotel. But these are just the two that we're walking past. So see if I can get a little bit of a better view from it. from just here so that you can see it. So the Dower House. So that's the Dower House. And they have got lovely gardens. But yeah, that's the Dower House building. And as I say, the back garden is quite large and pretty for your actual wedding. So there you go. My name's Stacey Butler and I am your wedding coordinator for this year or next year or the year after. I do waffle some twaddle.
Yeah, you do.
That's what happens when you're surrounded by children 99% of the time and not adults. You kind of end up talking rubbish
My knees look.
and talking to yourself a lot of the time. Am I right? I'm right. And answering yourself. That's when you know it's really bad, when you ask yourself a question and answer it. I do that quite often. Anyway, these flies really are after me today.
Guess what? I've had not one fly on me.
Yeah, they obviously like me. So as you can see, we are actually in the village now. So just at the end of this road to your right is the road for the tea house in the cinema. So that's where we are.
I love this little ears.
I would go to the tea house for a drink, but they're closed on a Monday, so we won't be doing that. So let's go find somewhere else.
I know where.
Good afternoon, welcome back to another part of the vlog, and today we find ourselves in Harry's room because Harry has got a new chair. Now we have been sent this chair from Flexispot, and yeah, Flexispot.
I thought it was Flexispot.
Flexispot, and it is a chair that's going to go in Harry's bedroom for him to basically use when he sits, when he's gaming or watching TV. Yeah, just a nice chair for him to chill out in his bedroom. So in a few minutes, when Gary is sorted out, because as you all know, Gary is better at the review kind of side of things and building things than I am. However, I did build a baby walker, but that's not the point. Anyway, Gary is going to come and get this chair put together, and we're going to take a look at it. Quite excited, actually. Well, I know Harry is, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
For this chair. So, yeah, as I say, we have been sent this chair, and let's get it built and take a look at it. Okay, so I've managed to get Gary, and we've unpackaged the Flexispot chair. Well, Harry is still finishing unpacking some parts of it, but this bit here that you can see is the base, and I'm just going to show you. It's a leather chair, and it's a lovely colour. This one, it's like I can't think what this colour's called, Gary.
It's slate blue.
Slate blue. Slate blue, this colour. It's absolutely lovely. So I've got the man who knows how to do things, and Gary is going to talk you through putting this chair together. So the first thing we do need to note is that when you unpack the chair, if you unpack it upside down when you take it out the box, because the first thing you need to do is there's a connection cable underneath, isn't there, Gary?
Yep.
So you connect it underneath. It's obvious to find, and then connect it to your power pack that we have got plugged into the wall next to Gary just there. That is the first thing you need to do, and then flip the chair over. So now, over to the man that can.
So now it's all plugged in and powered up. The first thing it says, you need to recline the chair. You've got two buttons on the side there.
Here's your
I think
buttons.
the forward one's recline and the back one is to put you back in your upright position. So we're just going to recline it now. The front should pop out and these back bits should lower down.
There you go. Coming up.
So you want to get in that position, and I'm just going to turn the power off now just because we don't want to move it anymore. And just get the cable out of the way. So we need to tip it now. On its back it says. So we just tip it like that. And we're going to slip the footrest on. And what's that? It's 4 screws, Allen screws. You get an Allen key with it. You can't get this wrong. You've got 4 holes, 2 on each side. And they marry up to 2 holes on the bracket each.
Harry, you might need to hold that for Daddy, mate.
So we'll just get them in, start them off. We won't nip them up yet. Right, so we've just been messing about with this for about 5 minutes, and we had a bit of a problem. We got 3 of the bolts screws in, but this top left one we were struggling. So I've took them all back out again, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that through the camera, but where it actually screws into, the nut at the back there, it's not actually lined up. It's actually halfway through the hole, so the nut at the back needs to be pulled down. So I'm going to try and put a screwdriver in there and pull that nut down a bit, but I don't know if it's a fixed bracket. Maybe it's the wood that's offset, that's moved when they've obviously glued it to the back of the bracket. I don't know, but hopefully we can move it. If not, we'll only have to be able to put 3 screws in, because I say that one doesn't line up right. So we'll either need to move this bit of block of wood a bit, which seems to be glued, or hopefully we can just get a screwdriver in there and pull that back a bit. But that's what we've been up against already, so it's probably just a manufacturing fault. I don't suppose they'll all be like that, but we've just got unlucky there. Right, so I did try and put in a screwdriver in there, wiggling that back bracket. It wouldn't work. This is actually glued to the bracket, so there is no movement in that. So the only way I got around it was I had to get me wood drill, and I basically had to open that hole up a bit. As you can see, there's a bit of sawdust about now, so, but yeah, as you can see, that's not a complete circle. I've had to open it up. It's obviously just been misaligned in the factory where it's been built, so not everyone would have been able to get around that, but that's just something to look out for. I suppose it's probably a one-off this, but I don't think that would affect the way the chair works anyway. So little problem there. We've got over it, and let's carry on and get this built now. So we'll get that footstool back on, and we'll come back to you.
So the next stage, we have got the actual seat part put on now, and it really is so straightforward. It is all Velcro underneath. They've got protective Velcro. You just peel those off, and it literally sticks to the top of your chair, and it is self-explanatory as to which way round it goes. So as you can see, it is coming along nicely. It looks like a really nice big comfy chair. So Gary and Harry are just going to slot the backrest in.
It literally just slots on with runners. And it looks like if you do take it off, there's little tabs in there you can use to take it off. But so they just slide on the runners. Is that my side in, Harry?
Yeah.
And you should hear a click for sure. That's it. That's it. Solid
And that's
now.
that. And then that bit's going to go over. So
I think
yeah, that goes. And then the back part. Pull it down, and then I think that back part, Harry, it will Velcro somewhere down the bottom at the back of the chair underneath it. Look at that. That looks lovely, Harry.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think we're going to finish putting this together, all the little bits and bobs, and then we'll come back and give you a proper demonstration and show you the chair.
Right, so it's all built now. It probably took, if I didn't have that issue with the getting that screw in, it would probably only take you about 15 minutes really. We've put the phone holder on, it's got wireless charging. There's also a storage box here, so he can put his games in there, or his controllers, whatever, on the weekend when he does his bit of gaming. So coming down this side, you get your wireless phone charger on this bendy brackets, which can go anywhere. That's plugged in via USB. And you can leave that unplugged and plug something else, and you just won't be able to use your charger. So we're going to plug that back in. You've got a USB-C charger. You've got your 2 buttons here for reclining. That's put you up in your normal seating position we're in now. And this one is to recline you. So you just hold the button in, and it brings your feet up first. And once your feet are up, it will lay the back of the chair down then. And it's really well padded, this. It's really comfortable. So that's fully reclined. We'll bring ourselves back down now. And it's also a 360 swivel base, but once you're plugged in, you're a bit, you can't really keep going around in 360. And it also rocks like a rocking chair. And your USB charger, this is all electric, this. So you literally put your phone on there and it'll start to light up charging, and it grips your phone, look. So it gripped the phone then, and it's just told me there it's charging. You can't see that because the screen's dark, but it's actually charging now. It's on 62%. So we've got 1 hour and 23 minutes until full. And to release the charger, there's just a couple of little buttons on the side. You can push either one, and that releases the arms, and then your phone's free. So just watch them arms again. There you go, you can see it's charging now because the light's on the screen. So yeah, really handy device that. So I'm going to jump out now and let Harry have a go on it and see what he thinks.
So Harry, what do you think of your new chair?
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice and comfy?
Yeah.
You excited to do a bit of gaming in that, I bet. Yeah? So that is the Flexispot chair. The one that we were sent was the top spec one. You can get these in different colours. You can get it in material. There are so many different options for this chair. You can get it without the phone charger and charging as well. Obviously all different prices. I will leave the link for the website for this chair below. So if you fancy something like this, have a look in the description below. The link will be there. You can click on that and have a look for yourselves. But as I say, I think there's more. I think there's 4 I think different specs of this chair. So go across, have a look if you fancy it, and yeah, that is Harry's new chair for his bedroom, which he is very chuffed with.
Lovely.
So anyway, on with the vlog. So Harry is happy as a pig in muck with his new chair, and I have just had a delivery. Well, we have had a delivery, and I'm a little bit choked by this delivery because, as you will know from some previous vlogs, my Olivia roses that were bought for us when Olivia passed away haven't been doing very well, and they keep getting black spot. They're just not very happy roses. I'm not going to get rid of them because I want to continue to try and make them better. However, I did have some subscribers reach out to us and asked if they could buy us a new Olivia rose, which was so kind. I can't tell you how much something like that means to all of us, not just to me, but and we did have a delivery of a David Austin Olivia rose, and yeah, I am going to show you the beautiful rose. Now this rose is from Mick Barb and Max the Staffy.
Found it.
Oh yeah. It's alright, Evie was looking for some ham in the fridge the other day and she couldn't find it, but now she's found it. Yeah, so Mick, Barb and Max the Staffy, thank you so much for a replacement rose for Olivia. Really does mean so much to us. It came in a massive box. I have unpacked it because it says on the side to unpack it as soon as possible. keep it in the compost and water it till you're ready to repot it. So I am going to have to go to the garden centre and get a new pot, some new stones, all that sort of thing, some compost, to get this potted up. I'll probably do that this weekend. So Olivia Rose is sat in the back garden at the moment. She's been watered, and I'm going to turn you around and show you it. So there she is. Beautiful, beautiful Olivia Rose. As you can see, some of them after travelling do need deadheading, so I'm going to do that. But we have got some nice fresh rose heads there. So yes, David Austin's Olivia Rose. They're absolutely stunning and smell beautiful when they bloom. So again, Mick, Bob, Max and Staffy, thank you so much. Really is a really kind and thoughtful gift. And just to end this vlog, I just wanted to address eating my hair, the comments, just to put my drink down, that we've had on the last video and a few other videos before about Gary, about how uninterested he is in his family, in his children, how miserable he is, how he's not happy, how he doesn't smile, all comments like that. And I just wanted to, number one, get on here and just say it couldn't be further from the truth. Sadly, you do only see snippets of our life, which is why I do always try and be an open book and show you everything, you know, when we've got the camera, because it's real life. You know, I'm not trying to hide anything or make out that we have a perfect family that never argues, that's always happy, you know, that kind of thing, because we're not. Show me a family that is. No one is. It's not real. That is not real life. But yeah, the comments about Gary are just, they're not true. So I will say, and Gary will agree with me, Gary can come across as miserable. He can. Don't know why. He has always been the same. It's always been Gary. He's quite a dry person, quite a serious person. But on the flip side, he is also a comedian and a joker, and, you know, likes to mess around and things like that. So, you know, he's not miserable. I mean, he can be sometimes. So can I. I can be downright miserable. Everyone can be. You know, we can all have off days. And I think, to be fair, if you look back at the vlogs, yes, Gary is very quiet. Yes, Gary doesn't say a lot. But they're only the snippets that you see, you know. And if you, like I say, if you look back at the vlogs, like the beach vlogs, when we're all playing games together and he's running around and laughing and joking with his children, you know, that's not a dad being uninterested in his family or uninterested in his children. That is a dad doing what dads do, that dads should be doing, that any, you know, that families do. So I don't think it's fair to say that he's miserable. You know, his personality is, you know, opposite to mine in some ways, really. I'm, you know, quite a relaxed, outspoken person. Gary's a relaxed, not outspoken person, and, you know, that's just who he is. But to say he's uninterested in his family is very, very wrong. And I would just like to go back a little bit to before we had Olivia, because Gary is a completely different person now that he was before we had Olivia. I'm a completely different person now to what I was before Olivia. Olivia changed us for the better, but it also changes the person that you are as a whole in terms of everything else, in terms of you know, how things affect you, how you react to things, how other people's BS affects you, how much of that you can put up with. You know, it really does completely change the person that you are. Anyone that has had a big loss of any kind, or, you know, traumatic experiences, you will know that. But basically, you know, I just want to give you a picture of the kind of person that Gary is. And, you know, when Olivia was born and she had all her problems, you know, I ended up living for months in hospital with her, you know, in Nottingham Hospital, so an hour and 40 minutes away, Lincoln Hospital sometimes, you know. And Gary was a full-time butcher at the time, so 6 days a week, you know, proper full day's work. And while I was living in hospital with Olivia, and he was obviously worrying about his newborn daughter, he would still go to work and earn the money, and then go and pick his children, to go and pick Evie and Harry up from his mum and dad's house, take them home, or drive an hour and 40 minutes to the hospital so that we could all spend time together as a family. And he continued to work like that until the point came where I couldn't cope with Olivia and Evie and Harry at home by myself. And, you know, Gary went through some rough times with his job as a butcher when Olivia was poorly, because I needed his help, you know, to attend appointments and things like that. And he got quite a lot of stick, if I'm honest, you know, when I needed him to take time off, but he did it, and he put up with all the gossiping behind his back and, you know, all that kind of thing, to help me with our daughter. And, you know, he always puts his family first, no matter what. Doesn't matter what stick he gets from anywhere else, he puts his family first. And, you know, me and Gary looked after and cared for Olivia together. I mean, obviously a bit later on we did get some help to look after her. We literally cared 24/7 for our severely disabled daughter with 2 other young children. And our life then wasn't easy, hasn't been easy, and like I say, it has changed the people that we are. But Gary has always put us first, always. That's all I can say. Anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is that there are sides of Gary that you don't see. There are sides of me that you don't see. I am not always this polite and happy person that you see on the camera. I'm not. And, you know, my children, this half term have been a complete pain in the you know what. They really have. Their arguing has driven me to the point of insanity. Honest to God, it really has, you know. And I would quite happily have packed their bags and shipped them off to Nanny and Grandad's for the week this week with how they've behaved, because we're not a perfect family. I'm not a perfect person. Gary's not a perfect person, but you only see snippets of us. And I would just love you to remember that, please. And I know sometimes on camera he does come across as being a bit miserable, but that is not Gary. Anyway, I've said my piece. I would, however, just like to say that I am happy to talk about Olivia and our past and our lives, and, you know, things that we've been through and things like that. If that is something you're interested in hearing about, you know, what was actually wrong with Olivia, how much our lives changed, you know, that kind of thing, how much it affected Evie and Harry, because it did, you know. And it's been really difficult for them as well, but look at the amazing little people that they've turned into, you know. But I am happy to talk about that and kind of give you a bit of Olivia's journey, if you like. She did have a Facebook page actually that is still up there called Olivia's Journey, with things that, you know, we went through and things like that. So yes, let me know if that's something you'd like to hear. I am quite happy to share our, you know, experiences and what we went through. So, anyway, I am currently still sat here looking at this. Yep, Gary's motorbike is still in my garden. Gary Butler, get your motorbike out of my garden. This is your final warning. Anyway, Evie has been making Charlie some lunch, so we'll go in and see if Charlie's eating. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Thank you for sticking with me, with us, for taking the time to watch the vlogs. It really does mean a lot. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. There are so many of you that watch our vlogs that aren't subscribed, but that little subscribe button means so much to us, because it means that what we're doing, we can continue to do. I'm going to stop waffling twaddle now and go and get sorted out. Yeah, thank you for watching. Behave yourselves. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. And we'll see you in the next one.